Thank you. Mr. Davis.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and I want to thank you actually for holding this hearing. And the more I listen, the more I'm reminded of the fact that after all is said and done, generally much more is said than actually done. The discussion that we're having is an interesting one, but I think after all of the discussing, the bottom line still remains the same, and that is if you have a debt, you are expected to pay it. That has traditionally been the way that our government operates. That's the way our country operates. That's the way individual citizens operate, and that's what we are expected to do. I would certainly agree that there have been instances where we have spent unnecessarily. As a matter of fact, we waged a war and spent enormous amounts of money unnecessarily. We have built weapons that we've never used, weapons that we had no need for. We have had budgets in many instances that made very little sense, no sense at all. And we talk about spending. Well, we can spend or we cannot spend, but we've already spent. And what we have spent, we must pay for. I'm a fan of a fellow, Frederick Douglass, who lived some time ago, but he had some interesting ideas. He was fond of saying if he didn't know anything else, he did know one thing, and that is that we may not get everything that we pay for in this world, but we most certainly must pay for everything that we get. And that if we don't pay one way, we will pay another way. And so I don't have any difficulty talking about a debt limit, but the reality is whatever we have spent, that's what we owe. And I also know that when you raise the question as to whether or not you might have the ability to pay, if you got to go into the marketplace and try to borrow money or get money, then wherever you expect to get it from, they're going to hold you hostage a little bit. They're going to raise the interest rates. They're going to charge you more. It's like individuals who don't have much oftentimes pay more. Well, I don't want people to think that our country is in that position. I don't think we want people to believe that we don't have the ability to pay our way, to carry ourselves to the next level of being. So yes, there can be conversation about the limit, but the real deal is, if you owe it, you must pay it, and that's what our country is noted for, and that's what I think our country must do. And I thank you, Mr. Chairman, and yield back the balance of my time.
I thank the gentleman.